Okay, for the start of the video, we've assembled the miniatures. These are from the Spearhead magazine. So we've got our two Skaven, Grace here, I think that's an engineer of some kind, and we have got whatever this Stormcast is, and whatever this Griff thing is, Griff bird, Griff hound. They're slightly different to the ones we've normally seen, but they are going to work for Heldenhammer. So yeah, we can see we've got some brown stuff down. We've got a texture in. Models have been assembled. I've spent a bit of time joining gaps, so there ended up being some gaps when I was trying to assemble them. Not an easy set to assemble. I used some of this ultraviolet putty, which means I can kind of work with it and then use ultraviolet to set it. And I use brown stuff for the basing material, and then on some spots when I need to tidy up, I use some of the darker diorama. So that's where I'm at so far, and we are going to undercoat it now. So do an undercoat, do a zenithal, and we'll probably do a white dry brush, and we will start out with it that way. So it's just a solid way of getting us started. We'll basically do the slap chop method, get our base colors down, and then start working. So we're not going to use the slap chop as the be all and end all. It will just be the starting point for us. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so let me turn on light. Yeah, wheels and painting. Obviously, I've gone further than maybe I should have, but we've just put some base coats down. So I'm trying to do this one relatively dark. It's coming quite shiny. So it's a Griff Charger Grey. It's Black Templar. This is paint black and then dry brushed with a, what is that color? That color turquoise. That's how I do well on my Curse City bases, which became all of my human bases. So as you can see, we're doing with the Helden Hammer, the Anvils of Heldenhammer, the Shyish guys. So base same way. We've just put some colors down. We really haven't done much beyond being quite detailed. That red, as you can see, has come out quite nicely. We haven't actually done anything with it. That is, was a Blood Angels contrast, and the variation is just the pre-shading, the dry brushing white we did earlier. So still a bunch of details to do, but we've got kind of basic colors down. I'm not quite sure what to do with that. We'll see where that goes. Here's a Skaven Engineer. So again, really, we're just getting colors down. It is quite shiny in places. I did drop a wash. Which one? We went for Grimdark Shadow. So it's a Null wash basically. So that did get pushed over there. And it's maybe a little bit more noticeable on this guy. So this is my Grace here. And yeah, like I know there's a lot going on, but really I just dropped down contrast where I could, and the basic colors where I have it. And then like the next stage is to do a little bit of edge highlighting. I still haven't finished the book. I need to work out what colors I want to do with that, and then we'll be done. Yeah. So that's where I'm at, and I'm just going to keep on working through it. All right, I have finished. Got my cup of tea. Got a little bit of cake, and I'm going to quickly show you what we have. So starting off with the Griff Crow. One thing that was interesting about him is the Griff Charger Grey I originally did on this ended up to have a bit of shine, so we ended up needing to put some matte varnish on it to kind of dull it down. He's simple enough. Here's his buddy beside him. Pretty sure the blue glow didn't work out quite the way I wanted. So happy enough. Wildwood contrast is quite good for doing the lines on these. I'm not sure if there's a word for them. They're just like strips of parchment. It's very 40k. Yeah, Anvil of Heldenhammer. So he worked out quite well. So these are basically where I had them before, but with a few extra layers on top. A few little bit more details done. These aren't new models. So there are definitely videos out there. You don't need me showing you um, what to do. But this is, yeah, basically we just put down a base coat. Uh, Maybe we wash it, potentially. Um, and then I often adding a little bit of white in will work quite well. Sometimes for a lot of the colors, like ice yellow, what ice yellow looks like. This is nice yellow. So sometimes you want to, when you're lightening out your colors, you want to add rather than pure white, which ends up a little bit heavily saturated, or if you have any of the kind of pastel colors. So including that will kind of retain some of the hue, I guess, when you're lighting it up. So I did use, like for the blue, I did take the same blue as I did for the base, and then I mixed in some of the pastel blue. And that's what we got. All right, well, that's all I have. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, it wasn't really a training or a painting tutorial or anything like that, because I just finished the L. Um, but yeah, I'm quite happy with them. Obviously, these were from the um, what are they called? They're not Combat Patrols. Spearhead, the new Spearhead magazine, and this is last week was when one would have come out. Two, or sorry, one you should be able to find somewhere around if you keep looking for it, and two will actually come out the week after. So there's going to be a 2 gap between them. In which case we'll get some rat ogres, and I will paint those up. So obviously these are models that I will be using for Warcry primarily, but keep watching. Next video I'm going to put up is going to be looking at Weird Cry, which is a Mordheim version using the Warcry rules. But notably, they use Skaven, so we'll be able to use this guy. We'll have some fun with that.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Each week I put up a new video talking about one of Games Workshop's specialist games. The goal is always to try and make the best possible 2-player experience. If this is something you'd find interesting, please subscribe to the channel and comment to let me know what you'd like to see in future.